collection of spinners, spoons, plugs, shads and flying Cs. This is the one that's been producing most of the fish. This is a MEPS 5 copper blade with a red and yellow beaded body. And you can see that that's had a few fish over the last few weeks for me. I must have caught about 6 or 7 decent sized pike, double figure plus. I think the biggest I've had on this one would be about 18 pounds. Now what I do is I filed down the barbs on here so it's for easy releasing hooking, and the idea is when that hits the water that spins around, kind of spins around like that. You see the spinning? And it creates a vibration and a look that simulates like a little roach or perch, which there are plenty in this lake, and produces some really good fish for me. So the only thing is, with the amount of pike I've had on it, you can see the wire inside has bent, so it's worth just straightening that before you use that again, so it works properly through the water. And that will cost you about £4 online, or you can get them in most tackle shops. They do them from 1 all the way through to 5+, but I do like the red and yellow. They do work very, very well. This is a MEPS 3 long with a silver blade, and again I've had some fantastic fishing with that. Again, I'll stick with the red and yellow with a little bead there. This one's got a double hook, and that one's produced many fish as well. And now we're moving on to what I call the Flying C. And the Flying C, in this particular case, different colours. The reason why it's called a Flying C is that C stands for condom, and there's no surprises as to why that's called a Flying C. You can see there's a barrel underneath there, there's a wire trace going through. That's a MEPS 3 on there as well, so the blade rotates round as it's working, and then there's a small treble out the back there, and that will work beautifully through the water. That has produced many pike as well. I like the yellows, I like the reds, I like the greens, but they come in colours. Black is also very good for pike fishing and predator fishing. Very, very good spinner. Now we're going to move on to some of my Rapalas and plugs. This is a Rapala, and this one's called a Extreme Action. Now inside, you can hear there's a rattle inside, and there's that's for extra attraction. And then here you can see the spoon, and as you retrieve faster, that goes deeper and deeper and deeper. This one is actually a sinking Rapala. You can get them floating, you can get mid-water. This one will sink, so you mustn't leave it out there for too long. As soon as you cast, give it a 3 or 4 second countdown, and then start to retrieve. And you can see on the body it has this amazing just have a look at it. Yeah, if you look carefully, the markings on that, spots, it's all very good, and that's had pike. Again, a good little Rapala. This one here is a double jointed. I've had pike. It's a floating double jointed, again with a rattle inside. So when it swims through the water, it simulates a fish, and I'll show you later how that works. Big eye for visibility, for the fish can see that, and quite a big spooning mouth there. So the more you retrieve, that will just dive deeper and deeper and deeper. Very good. Again, I recommend that. Silver bodied with a blue top. You can get green tops, lots of different colours. And then I have what I call the 3 jointed. These are very popular. This is from the Savage range, and you can see the head moves, the tail moves, there's 1, 2, the centre moves, and again a deep spoon. This is quite a heavy plug, and good for casting long distances. And again, I wouldn't count more than 2 or 3, and that'll be down below the surface working. We can try that one as well. And then the last little shad I'm going to show you here, this is made of plastic, wobbles through the water. That one looks a bit like a perch, and just with a single hook mounted off the top. And you'll see that you attach a line to the trace to there, and as you retrieve, that will dive down into the water, and that will wobble beautifully. Again, I've had several fish on that, but the only downside is that you're going to find that the pike will bite through this lot, and you have to replace them. You can get replacement shads for these. And inside there's the weighted hook, which gets the weight down. Again, that's another good plug to try. So which one should we try now? I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to try the small Rapala, which has the wobble in there. We'll give that a go in this bay. Say we've had 3 pike today on the MEPS 5, so we're going to give that one a rest, and just see whether we can attract any more fish on any more of these plugs and spinners, just to see how effective they are.